Okay, thanks a lot, and I just want to give an introduction to the blog that we're having for the New Jersey Dental School Operative Dentistry Study Club. So I've defined a blog here, and I think if you haven't really used the blog before, basically it's a web page that's in reverse chronological order, and it's easily updated, and it's very topical. It can include text, pictures, video, etc. So the idea of our blog is that it's going to update you on what happens at the study club. So this is the About page. And there's only basically 2 pages. This is the front page. So like today, for today's presentation, we have an outline of what Dr. Rosenblum is speaking about. The previous post was an announcement of the meeting. We put a little sample video up on the blog. And the first post of the blog was the minutes of the first meeting, which was organizational, and had some suggestions of topics. Now going up to the top of the blog, there's some important things here. The first part on the upper right here is the search box. So let's say you wanted to, once the blog gets bigger and there's hundreds of entries, you wanted to search composites. You can type in composites, and it would give you all the topics that are on composites that we've spoken about that got posted. This next below it is the most recent post, which we only have 4 posts, so they're all up here, and you can click on them to get to the post. But when there's more posts, it'll be more important. And this is the thing that's most important. And you can have an email subscription to the blog. And what that means is instead of going to the blog all the time to see if there's an update, every time we make a post, it'll email you that there's a new post on the blog. And in that way, you don't have to ever go here if nothing's new. And it'll also serve, let's say if we put a meeting announcement up there or a change in the room, you'll get emailed immediately about it. So we don't have to have a separate email list. So I think everybody who's involved with the study club should click on this and join the blog. If you change your mind later, you can always unsubscribe if you don't like what we're doing. So, and that's it. It's pretty basic. Another good point about the blog is if you click on comments, and you can say, I'm going to click right here. Here's a comment that was left by Dr. Rosenblum, and Dr. Rosenblum made a comment, "Great job." Thanks, Mark. So, but you know, you can also use this to make comments about the blog. If you think that something's incorrect, or if you have more information on something we speak about, or if you have a link to a website, let's say about a composite or about a product, you can link it there, and everybody will have access to it. So, any questions on the functioning of the blog that we set up? Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Roger, go to the top. I just want to point out something here. On the front page. I just want to point out here that we've put a link to where the presentation would be today. And if you click on the link, you basically go to the page that's shown here. I'm just going to click on it right now. And that's the George F. Smith Library page, which I was going to use to demonstrate how to do a literature search. So we basically can use this blog to direct people directly to those things on the web that we want them to take a look at. In this case, I was going to, and I'll very quickly go through this, but I think we'll just have to redo it at some other date. But I was going to show that first, if you want to take a look at that handout, the first thing to click on is this Ovid Medline, like so. And this is a little bit of a slow access. Here we go. This Medline is really the best place that I've found to do literature searches because it lists all of the medical and dental journals, or it accesses all the medical and dental journals. And you can then, through a series of steps, find whatever topic you're looking for and find out whatever literature is there. And I'll just demonstrate this real quickly. The first thing to do is to click off. If you watch the arrow, it's to click off this check mark and map turn to subject heading. We don't want to map it to a subject heading. Basically, what we want to do is to search all of the literature for a particular word. So the first word that I'm going to type in here is dental. Okay, say we want to find out all of the literature that's available since 1996 on dental postoperative sensitivity. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to search for all the articles that have the word dental in them. And it could be anywhere in the entire article. The amazing thing is that within a few seconds, the computer searched 106,339, or found 106,339 articles that contain the word dental in. Okay? It's just instantaneous. So the next word we want to do is maybe post-operative. Okay? Post-operative, and see how many. So now we find out there are 13,991 articles, okay, with the word post-operative in it. Now it could be, they're not necessarily dental articles, they could be any articles in the medical literature. And the next one we're going to say is dental postoperative sensitivity, S-E-N-S-I-T-I-V-I-T-Y, sensitivity. Okay, so now we have three descriptors, and the last word, sensitivity, came up with 393,363 articles. Now, obviously, these are too many articles to search and to find out if they really pertain to what we want. But if we combine the three, if we say 1 plus 2 plus 3, and we click AND here, right here, it's going to combine all of those results. And now we should get narrowed down. Now we're down to 61 articles. Okay, and at this point, if we want to just, if we don't want any further narrowing down, okay, we can look at all 61 articles, just the titles, and decide which ones we want us to use. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to click on display here. And now just scroll down to the first article, okay? A randomized controlled clinical trial of a one-step self-etching adhesive system in non-carious cervical lesions. Wow, okay? That's only one of 61 articles, but it really, you know, it pertains to possibly what we want to see, and that's in the American Journal of Dentistry. Now, I'm not sure whether the American Journal of Dentistry is one of the available e-journals, because in order to access the actual article, it has to be an electronic journal. But we certainly can read the abstract, and I'm just going to click on abstract. And from the abstract, we can read this and determine if this is an area that we are interested in. The purpose was to evaluate the clinical effectiveness of two different one-step self-etching adhesives, and then they give you methods and the results. So this is a very quick way to look at an article and decide whether it's something you really want to pursue, and then read the whole article. Now, if the article, let me just click out of this.